afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda. We're off here to a 1 versus 1 on whole lot furthermore. We shall be watching here on the right-hand side, DBMB. In this case, we'll call him Dietrich. Fighting for the Wehrmacht, fighting for the Reich. For the 12th SS Panzer Division, Hitlerjugend, going up here versus Jlodge, fighting for the United States of America and the 3rd Armored Division with airborne there chosen for support. You got Rifle and Rearsalons there. Doctrines available here for Dietrich, close air support, mobile defense, and Festung support. Mixed of infantry for most, slight M20 bullets in there, and a machine gun bullet in here. Grenadier on the way here for Dietrich, with only a 1 pioneer there to start out things here for the Reich. You got the Raven already sort of heading south, so it looks like that Jlodge is opting for a sort of more spread out approach. That's hoping to sort of broaden his presence. He's not going to be putting any sort of specific pressure anywhere sort of more, but just try to grab as much territory as much as possible. Also that way suss out his opponent's sort of initial movements, where the Wehrmacht putting their pressure and so on. Which so far certainly would seem to be in the south, though of course by the looks of the Grenadiers appear, actually he might be heading north with the 1 squad, so he's going to be sort of spreading out a bit, which can be a bit risky with the Wehrmacht. Got a bit of bar while they're going down to wire off the truck. There you go, centre, north, south. Rifle all there, and we got an MD-42 with more rifle here on the way for Jlodge. Also got, by the way, a paratrooper bulletin. Robney coming to fight quickly. Jack takes a hit there, bringing them down to 4 men. Coming across there versus the Grenadier. Another down. Grenadier loses his life there in service of the fatherland. There you go. In this case, though, the Riflemen did not have such a good situation here, and overall the Grenadiers might be able to actually win this up one. We got Pioneers joining. Riflemen came from north. The Grenadiers can go for some good shots there, joining Pioneers. Should be able to win versus Riflemen. Due to the Rifle out negative cover, then again the Grenadiers just suffered some losses, so there we go. Might not turn out to be the case. In fact, it looks like the Rifle will be able to win this engagement. The Pioneers need to get away as well. MD-42 likely will try and cover here, since it could be very likely he'll try and push straight for the fuel pole there to deny the Wehrmacht. Up north, Grenadier here versus Rearsalons. He immediately pops into the building, probably to avoid a situation where he gets hit with volley fire and thus suppressed. While this will be pretty much secure there from the rear echelons, so not necessarily a bad decision there. MD-42 set to cover fuel and cut off. No, he shifts up. Seeming a bit worried about something else. We've got 3 Grenadiers now for Dietrich. Versus 3 Riflemen here. We got an immediate then choice of taking up here for Jlodge. No additional troops or any sort of early upgrades there for his men. Looks like the Riflemen will be joining up in the north to the Rearsalons there, who's not having much luck here with the Grenadiers. Pesky as ever and stubborn as ever. Not a good engagement, by the way. He's engaging Grenadiers at range while they're in a building. He's out in the bloody open. That's generally a recipe for a lot of dead Americans. Boats there being secured. A Rifleman sneaking south. We've got the guns moving out again. Dietrich here could consider taking up if he so fancied. A flambear up there for the Pioneers, immediately roasting the Rearsalons. Leaving them a bit scorched, but there we go. Pioneers going to need to assist those Riflemen. No, he does not move into support there. Then again, the Riflemen pulling back there, so it could actually be a bit more difficult to approach to the Pioneers. Centre seeing pressure, south seeing a bit of pressure as well. The MD-42 not really doing much. There we go, we've got the M20. And the M20 on the way. And now it's got a bullet in here for slight increased range and increased sight. And there we go. Dietrich taking up for the fatherland.
Someone get us out of here. Knock it off and listen up.
Apparently he said something's wrong. We just spotted it just a bit there. Quickly pull back for the Pioneers to be able to react.
Steady up. Orders.
There we go, shots fired. Lieutenant might want to be in the north. We've got the Pioneers attacking in there. The Riflemen are going to be caught here a bit. No! Oh, wait, there we go. The Lieutenant does join in. The Lieutenant does join in. The Riflemen are taking some punishing casualties. And there you go, Browning, Thompson, and M1 Garand's firing. And there we go, we got the M20 utility joining in. Basically the same as the Greyhound, just without a turret, just at a 50 caliber. And some other slight bits. And there you go, rolling that in, opening up there, and the German infantry forcing it away. Robin here, oh, got a very nice strike there on the MG42 actually, but didn't quite get to wide, but nonetheless forced it off the field. M20 continues up here. There's actually a good opportunity to lay down, for example, some M20 mines already there if Jlodge fancy that. He could also, I think, considering there's very little here, he could also maybe pop one there, but it seems like he will be engaging the German infantry first here. No further sign of anything here from Jlodge. Nothing here either from Dietrich. You might want to consider that light mechanized company since he's got the research for it. And there we go. M6 anti-tank man being laid down here by the M20.
We got a new batch of orders over here. Listen up, fellas.
So far Dietrich is in a bit of a sticky situation.
Boys, you ready to roll out?
There you go, light mechanized company might help turn things around there. Then again, he might not.
A capture point is under attack. Infantry, order!
So far, no sign of doctrinal choices here. Well, usage of from Jlodge. There is, for example, no pathfinders we could support infantry, or say dropping in a 50 caliber. Then again, he's got tier 2, so dropping that in wouldn't really make as much sense, since, well, it's overall cheaper to call, well, train it in. Sure, it's theoretically cheaper but this way, but problem is you still have to recruit. In that case, the manpower cost in reality goes up notably. But there we go, the echelon forced away. Right near in a very bad position here, not entirely sure why Jlodge decided to engage like that. Men a bit exposed, there we got the grenades with that machine gun joining in. Punish with the flame for fighting, but the M20 is there and he's lacking something to sort of seriously deal with it, although looks like a pack has arrived, the Panzerabwehrkanone. Dietrich though, rather on the back foot here. We got the M20 moving up. Close and personal and unpleasant. Pack 40 there being pushed forwards. And we've got an ambulance. At the same time, he's also now getting the battalion command post here. Mr. Jlodge. We also got paratroopers now able to actually being called in. String points there and there. The M20 continues to get in a few kills. Has taken a bit of damage now though. Bunker up. Germans are getting back more on the field here now, are pushing back Jlodge, who's laying down more anti-tank mines. He's certainly preparing himself for any kind of armoured or vehicular eventuality from Dietrich. Not bad at all. Comparatively, we've yet to see any mines, I believe, from the German player. Still, really pushing forwards aggressively. Pack 4 needs to sort of be at the right spot to cover everything, or at the same time it's set it up so it doesn't get into trouble. We got Panzergrenadier on the way as well. He's by the way going here for mobile defense, so he could consider using counter-attack tactics to increase the rate of capture there for several points. That would help him gain a bit more territory there versus his opponent. Rather than attacking. Rather large force going to need to fall back. There's no 84-2 ready to sort of cover. We got it up in the church though.
Orders.
South, we got grenades falling back. So right now, in fact, the entire south is open. Oh, right in a bad position out in the building. Well, out in the open versus the MG42 in the church. That, I think, could have been executed a bit better there by Jlodge. Troops are getting suppressed. Panzergrenadier moving out. And there you go, striking straight there for the fuel point.
We're losing a capture point. All done here, boys. Pause for orders.
Northern fuel point as well going there. Harassment getting a bit aggressive there for both sides. Oh, we got some mines going up. He's covering the northern mission point in S-mines. Sprengminen. You got the Panzergrenadier tagging into the rifleman. Might want, well, he's going a bit difficult using cover. He actually wants to take the point, which he very much seems to be intending on. In this case, actually losing an opportunity to sort of better defend versus the Panzergrenadier. So in that regard, he is playing a bit of a high stakes game there, Mr. Jlodge. In fact, looks like he might end up losing the round here to the Panzergrenadiere.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
It looks like, there we go, we got the hazard removal package, we've got the MG42 in the church still. Second pack 40, Dietrich clearly getting a bit frustrated here with the vehicles calling in more anti-tank guns sort of help that, probably also worried about enemy future armour. And certainly Jlodge could consider that, but he's not got quite the fuel for anything yet. I mean, otherwise he could consider, for example, a quick howitzer carriage. Or maybe a Sherman. So of course have to see where he goes. And we got another mine here. So that's 3 mines so far from Jlodge across the map. And we've got paratroopers arriving now to the field as well. Paratroopers.
What the hell am I meant to do with these? Grab your shit. We don't crowd nuts. We got orders. Kill him.
We got Dietrich pushing up the center. Straight at Jlodge. No, well, there's a monitor pushing through here, but we're trying to stall that. I've quickly pushed away the Pack 40 here, forcing the M20 back. Heavily damaged. MG42 back in the church. Lieutenant needs to ensure he's properly in cover, otherwise he's going to get the entire unit suppressed there. Now the MG42 actually ends up falling back here. An interesting reason there. Oh, then again, it's rather low on health. Rather than attacking through the south. Both Pack 40s pushing through the centre. He's not trying anything to cover other points here versus the M20s assault through there maybe. And the Major's not doing that much. We've got the paratroopers there ready. He could get them Thompsons, he could get them Brownings. Both would be good on this map. Though for different reasons. Though for different reasons. No further tech up there from Dietrich, who could of course consider going for a Puma initially. So he'll deal with the eagle, prepare himself with these partially versus lighter armour. There we go. Jlodge's choice of weapon are the Browning light machine guns. They've got Panzers moving in again. Then again, from negative cover versus the paratroopers, they'll quickly cut them down there with the M1 Garands. No, not M1 Garands, but the M1 Carbines. Which was basically sort of designed as being sort of meant for support and rear troops. A replacement for the pistol, since basically you're a lot less likely to shoot yourself in the foot with a rifle than with a pistol. So that's rather neat. But it actually became reasonably popular despite its lack of killing power, since it used some rather small rounds with less power comparatively to other weapons. But at the same time, that probably also made it a bit easier to handle when shooting. And there we go, we got the Puma, we got a Jackson on the way from Jlodge as well. Rather out and up again. Seems like Jlodge has a bit of a nasty habit there, standing out in the bloody open. Rather than making progress, but a bit of a dangerous situation. Pack 40 is falling back entirely here. Looks like Dietrich is getting rather well. The Grenadiers need to get as well. Another rifle spot there, John's in, but now it looks like a bazooka was actually dropped here for the Grenadiers to utilise. Looks like the M20 was actually wrecked and I kind of missed that. Oh, we went down there. Looks like he must have dropped the bazooka then. Bit unfortunate I missed that. Bit embarrassing. And his gut round from a lieutenant moving in there. There's the Puma and the Grenadiers. Veterans of the Grenadiers, but then again they could end up dead there if the Puma's not careful. Of course, he keeps sort of pushing them around. There we go, forced away. Puma takes another route. And there we go, at the same time we got the M36 Jackson ramming for Jlodge. No tech up still. Could be that Dietrich, at least for the time being, might rely fully on his doctor, which is definitely going to be a bit tricky. Going to be a bit tricky in the longer run. And certainly not without its risks. But so far he has not had the misfortune of hitting any of the mines laid down there by Jlodge. Jackson striking southwards. Rifle in there. Might get off an anti-tank rifle grenade. Damage the engine. Pack 40s though sending up support here. Maybe he's expecting the Puma to be hunting down, but there you go. Pack 40s opening on the Jackson, forcing that away rather rapidly, or at least it should be. Unless Jlodge fancy getting it killed. Rifleman murdered. Pushed here from the north by paratroopers need to pop in a grenade there to force out the Panzergrenadier. Or at least that might help. Then end up retreating themselves. We've got the MD-42 actually setting up in response to a further movement there from the paratroopers. In this case, they do retreat, ensuring they do not encounter that. Scott, response there from Jlodge. So a bit of light artillery there, but much more mobile to return help there versus the infantry and the support positions able to Dietrich and the Wehrmacht.
We are ready for action.
All a bit quiet. Jackson almost ready. Paratroopers getting ready to move out as well. And there we go. Re-echelon's going in pretty aggressively there versus Dietrich. Leading up rather explosive. There's also a lot of hostile elements, like say Germans. Lieutenant versus Grenadiers, Veteran 2 versus Veteran 2-3, LMG-42 versus a BAR. Definitely not much of a contest there. The BAR being from World War I, or basically the end of it. And we got paratroopers attacking in there, taking also quite a bit of nasty damage there from the Grenadiers. Need to be a bit careful there, Jlodge. Puma joining in with his 50mm gun and his coaxial machine gun. We got a second Grenadier squad joining in, rifle grenades going off. Might lose a Grenadier squad there, but no, managed to save the day here with the MD-42 suppressing everybody. Breaking off Jlodge's assault there versus Dietrich, though who has been once more forced back here on the back foot. The Puma, for all intents and purposes, is not really a tank and thus really can't sort of seriously push anywhere. But it's time here for the mid-game analysis for this map. Current situation is, well, Dietrich, as I sort of stated, is already a bit on the back foot there. He's got a decent amount of forces, he's got light machine guns, he's got plenty of veterans troops, he's got anti-tank guns, machine guns and Pumas, but at the same time he is a bit lacking there in sort of ability to push through rapidly. He's lacking half-tracks or anything like that to sort of support an infantry push. He doesn't quite have the vehicles to lead. Or, well, armour to lead for that matter, or armour to support an infantry push, either like say Stugs or Panzers. He could go for a command tank, but that's a bit more risky since it's more specifically sort of meant for dealing with infantry, a bit more defensive in nature, also not so much of a range. And that guy, the Jackson, for example, could reasonably easily deal with it, and that could then further bog down any assault. So there are a few risks there for Dietrich at the moment. Another Puma, I suppose, could be an option, or he could simply take up and get some regular armour to support things. Otherwise, a few mines here and there might actually be worth it for Dietrich. In an extension of that, a fuel cache or munitions cache might also be a rather clever idea. For Jlodge, getting a Sherman right now I think would be a good idea. Something a bit more sturdy than his Jackson or his Scott. Something of sort of bit in order to get off some high explosive rounds there versus the German infantry, but also in a pinch deal with enemy armour. More paratroopers could also work out there for Jlodge. I think Pathfinders would also be a good sort of supportive unit. Maybe airdrop in a single anti-tank and sort of further support efforts might work out there for Jlodge. Otherwise, you know, he needs to keep up the job as usual. I mean, for Dietrich, though, there's also another problem. Victory point-wise, he's in a bit of a bad spot. He needs to sort of focus more properly and sort of secure here, or here, and then the northern point. Either way, there needs to be a bit more effort. An extension of that counter-attack tactics might help. He might also want to supplement with some Ostrom or so, simply to have more troops in the field, thus allowing to sort of basically push more across a wider front, making it harder for Jlodge to stop any harassers. So that could certainly also be an option there for Dietrich. But let us return to the fight. By the way, what you see there is the second driving position on the Puma, which actually allowed the driver to sort of quickly turn about and then sort of, well, drive it like he was sort of driving from the front, but rearwards. Little fun effect there on the Puma. There you go, we got take up there from Dietrich. Panzergrenadier heading northwards over the Sturmgewehre. There you go, Lieutenant caught on negative cover, quick command of fire. Scott joining in with 75mm gun, basically the same as the Pack Howitzer, by the way, that gun.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Church, they're rather close to collapsing. House! Meanwhile, we got a bit of action here. paratroops and riflemen pushing away the pioneers from the south, almost annihilating the entire unit. Scott continues to support here. They're not actually getting any kills. Don't get into that thing again. Puma moving ahead. Might try to get over hit, but at the same time, oh, that looks like the mine actually was set off by the Scott or something else. Either way, no anti-tank man there to disable the Puma. I suppose that's a small relief there for Dietrich, though he never knew. Larger assault going in here. He could consider some suppressing fire, but now in the MG42 is firing up, so it might be a bit too late. Otherwise, you know, consider also using suppressive fire, since you know it can get you a bit of an edge up in a fight. Scott there finally getting a kill. Northern punch killed here by the Wehrmacht. Fine troops. Gorn pulling back for repairs. Nothing further here from Dietrich. He has not gone for the support armor core yet. And should certainly consider it soon if he is. Second Scott here for Jlodge. Looks like he's not going for Shermans, just a light artillery and tank destroyers, which is certainly also options. And we got the echelons there pushed away by the Grenadier and their MG42 Might. Still no further sign of support. McCall going for the few there, but quickly suffers a slight setback there with the appearance of the Scott. Finally getting more than 1 point at a time. Definitely a bit risky here for Dietrich. He needs to focus a bit harder and needs to sort of work his force composition, something that can actually attack the enemy, because again that's one of his major issues at the moment. It's a bit tricky for him, and overall he can't really maintain an assault very well. And there we go, we got a command tank up with Feldpanzer. Rapidly making its way forwards. And there we go! Puma hits the mine. Engine wrecked. No chance of getting out there immediately. Though, rather by luck though, he didn't completely wreck though, so in that regard I suppose there's a small bit of luck there for Dietrich. The question is, can it actually last? Got the Scott. Oh, Scott there wasn't expecting Pack 40 up to cover here. Nicely done though. Also going to be a bit tricky for the Jackson to do anything. Though if he remembers where it is, of course remembers it's mobilised, he should be able to just attack around there from around there. If the Jackson of course can hit. Command tank moving in. Rather they might get the Pack 40 again, they might be, well, kill themselves. And there we go, command tank hitting from the Jackson, 90mm gun firing. And he's calling in a rocket strike here. I think that might be a bit, you know, overkill. But it looks like he's really interrogating the Krauts here. And we got the Puma down, and the command tank got abandoned. The crew forced to abandon, died, or whatever. Jackson, on the other hand, stuck around a bit too long there and got wiped out by pack fire. So that was a bit of a nasty development there for Jlodge on the other hand, and should know up for some armour there from Dietrich, except he lost his command tank and he's not really got much else. P-47 continues to patrol the skies. South are being lost again, victory points. Still not looking too good there for Dietrich. Paratroops moving in. We've got Lieutenant attacking. So far looks like neither side is aware. Oh, hey, there's something with that command tank up north. But looks like it might be Dietrich here to make the discovery and reclaim it for the fatherland. Though at the same time, it's going to be a bit tricky to get out of this, as there's still the P-47s patrolling. And if they spot, of course, they're definitely going to take it out. Holy hell, nice hit there from the Scott, wiping out the Pack 40 crew. Nice shot indeed. Unless, of course, you're one of the people crewing it. In which case you might have disagreed. There we go, P-47, and he does indeed get the command tank. And in fact, seconds plane shoots in a few more extra rockets just to be safe. So that's rather looking a bit dangerous there for Dietrich, who's getting a Puma.
Listen up.
Rather than it, we got Grenadiers pushing ahead.
Air support now available. Squad, capture complete.
The echelon suppressed. Scott's there bombarding. Big drop there, and we got the Puma moving ahead. Might get it off a kill. There we go. Puma takes some hits. Well, getting some hits there on these Scots. Definitely forced to retreat there. Needs to be careful that he doesn't get hit. There you go, one shot went off. If he gets too close. And there you go, anti-tank gun ready. Might lose the Puma. Ah, scheisse.
Overrunning one of our capture points.
Needs to cover this point. The mines have, of course, been rendered useless. Another paratrooper drop. Lieutenant moving in. Right now would actually be a good spot then to move up rifle grenade and then set off the entire S-mount field there on the Lieutenant. But so far no sign of anything there from Dietrich. Seems a bit passive. Paratroopers attacking. We got the second unit here as well. He could consider another pair of Brownings, so he could get some chances then for close quarters combat. Of course, tactical assault. But no, he opts for another pair of Browning light machine guns, thus increasing the firepower for the longer ranges of the entire unit. Quick rocket grenade here. Got one guy, but didn't do much of an impression on the rest. Track gain veterans to 3. Will he counterattack here? Will he regain this on the victory point? Come on, Dietrich. Be a bit more focused.
Alright, fellas. Final check. We're taking lead over
Got
here.
a bit more of a focus push there towards the south.
Stand ready. They got us zeroed in here. Keep firing.
MD42 setting up. Racelon's moving in. Go kills.
Paratroopers ready for action.
31 by the way, then these grenadiers veterans to 3. Not bad, not bad. The Lieutenant here runs a lot of trouble. Got a lot of machine gun fire there going down against him, and he's got no grenades to actually help him. In that regard, you know, Jlodge would have benefited from grenades.
Suppressive fire.
Nothing to cover the north. Even as he might have gained the south, again he loses another point. It's overall looking a bit bad there for Dietrich,
Capture point is under
who's
attack.
never really managed to take even 1 point off his opponent in a rather surprising, well, turn of events. Despite everything, you know, doing decent damage, killing units, but never actually taking off even a single victory point there from Jlodge, which I do feel does highlight some issues there for Dietrich in terms of strategy again. He's already not really sort of focused on sort of holding the point, and might in fact been a bit of a sort of later, oh, scheisse, I knew I'd forgotten something. And in fact, you know, the problem then sort of securing the centre, then one of the northern either points sort of also makes it hard for him to maintain this, because I mean, in a sense, it makes sense, of course, to attack here, but on the other hand, if you actually want to hold territory, it doesn't work, because, again, it's very difficult to maintain that far piece of front, and the forces that's much separate. So now you got, but ooh, looks like he might finally get there, but damn, it's close. Still, if you can gain the centre, at least sort of form up a more coherent defence around, again, just one of the two. I mean, that's always sort of the base minima, to just grab 2 of the closest victory points if possible. Form a defense around that with a sort of reserve in between the two.
We're losing a capture point.
Until they're moving in. Interesting enough, still no use of counter-attack tactics. It really should use it again. It does allow a point to be rapidly secured, if you know what you're doing. Lieutenant in a bit of trouble. We do note here that Jlodge is bleeding up. We've got another P-47 strafe ready, but the Puma here not getting much done. Needs to navigate. Despite having taken up, he's not making any use of it, which basically renders that a waste of manpower and fuel. Puma moving in, going for the support. Got the Pack 40 covering the north of all places. Got another Pack 40 there, but this time American. There go Puma moving in. Opening up another Scott. MD42 cleared out. Definitely some heavy losses there for Dietrich. Keeps losing valuable equipment in service of the Reich. Scott's going to hit. And we actually saw target weak point and then attempt to get it. Not bad, not bad. If he could then hit this next shot. Good shooting, Fritz. Danke, I was being sarcastic. And what is this? We got a P-47 strafe there. We got the Scott. Oh, nice and safe there, but can the Puma escape? Needs to get just all the way back to the base there. Whew. So much for American accuracy. Then again, the Americans were all about saturation. And there were certainly a few cases throughout the war where basically the Americans hit the wrong targets. Even cases of friendly fire. Now we actually got Ostrom there arriving. We got the Scott there abandoned. Ostrom moving out his support. There you go, he's stealing the Scott. But problem is, you know, it's still within the P-47's range there, so he's going to have to maneuver it in such a way that basically something else would take up the shots from the rockets, otherwise that thing's going to go up in flames, because he's got no flat pan support. And there you go. You got both P-47s there going in for the kill. Ostrom getting killed in the process. Yet they got Dietrich, and no one cares. It's the German army. And there you go, Patrick moving in. Mike catches it. Oh, he stole another Scott. Dietrich, you cheeky sod. But then again, another P-47 strafe. And he might lose the Pentagonese in the process. I don't think that was quite worth it. But he still needs to get that as far away as the range of the P-47 as possible and get a repair. Puma, infantry, they're charging into the center. Looks like he's finally realized he needs to take the center if he wants to mount an effective defense and hold those victory points for any more than just a few bloody seconds at a time. Ostrom then needs to get into cover though, into Deckung. Scott needs repairs, he needs to get some pioneers on it rapidly. And then needs to get him back in the fight to begin blowing up some Amerikaner there. This kleine Kanone. Ostrom is finding here, but the Ostrom needs to get away on this. Of course, he fancies them a sacrifice. Pioneers with the camp, but need to get out of there. Schnell! House! Rückzug! Ah! Looks like Dietrich here might be pushing his luck a bit too far, might be getting a bit desperate there. Looks like he might also be saving up for a command tank. Interesting enough, throughout all this, Jlodge is just sort of range between tank destroyers and light artillery. No tanks. Part of me really thinks if Jlodge didn't bother with single shell, he'd probably looking a lot stronger. Puma, by the way, is managed veteran D2, which might help a bit. Also, take up position in the church. Victory points very low here for Dietrich. On the other hand, there is one thing that might work into his advantage. Jlodge is becoming a bit desperate. He's actually beginning to begin a few more mistakes. He's actually beginning to bleed out pretty severely. So in that regard, there might still be a sliver of hope here for Dietrich. If he can deliver a sufficiently enough hard blow there to Jlodge, he might be safe if he can also maintain sort of a safe defensive position. One victory point left.
Attention. Orders.
Damn close. It looks like he's really setting up that command tank. He's going to need some machine guns to corrupt things as a bank. Oh, and it is. Need to get back. Scheiße. Command tank ready. Jackson infantry heading north. The paratroopers there spearheading. With Browning light machine guns. Quick rifle grenade there to try and break it up. Grenades going off left and right. Grenades are pushed away. Command tank. Scott finally got a move on there. Took it long enough. Oh, direct hit there on the paratroopers. Where's the Puma? Need to send it up, get the pack forwards there. He might lose the Scott though, and might get the paratrooper return. Lost the Scott. That was definitely a waste there for Dietrich. Not sure why he didn't send in the Puma here to deal with the Jackson, or at least respond there as soon as possible. But in the end though, he lost. He lost. And there we go, game over. A bit more of a, well, particular fight. Some odd play there, but again, I think overall a nice highlight. Again, you know, that you do need to sort of consider strategy when it comes to the victory points as well. In that regard, you know, that became, I think, Dietrich's major failing. That combined with mobile defense and not going non-doctrine. I mean, mobile defense is not really a assault doctrine, which is really, he needed something to assault, he needed something to be more aggressive. He also failed to make use of counterattack tactics, which would also benefit him quite a bit. So in that regard, Dietrich, I think, rather made a poor choice of doctrine and then a poor use of it. Overall, allowing Jlodge sort of persevere, though. Jlodge himself made some mistakes. He definitely should have had a Sherman out, sort of, you know, switch between rounds, or something a bit more durable than what he actually had. So they were definitely not all scot-free there either from any sort of criticism. But overall, an interesting fight, a bit different there. So hope you enjoyed it, hope you learned something from it, hope it gave you some ideas from matches. If you did want to subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send in a replay and provide some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Engine, cheers, and thank you all for watching. Bye!